Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today, we are talking about the Analogue 3D. Before I go further in, guys, I want to point out that the footage that you're seeing here isn't actually from the Analogue 3D. I just wanted to give you guys some visual candy before we start having a look at different web pages. This is actually the Mario 64 port from Harbour Masters, and in my humble opinion, this is a really good way, if not the best way, of actually experiencing this game. So what we're talking about today is the Analogue 3D, the A3D Manager that's just been released over the last couple of days. Big shout out to these guys over here. Really awesome place on the internet. In fact, the best place for everything Nintendo 64 is this place here, Recollect 64. Take note of the URL, it will be in the description as well. Check it out. So A3 Manager release, and this is what they are showing us. So what we're going to do is, I've been experimenting, well, I've had a quick look at it, but I want to show you guys what some of the stuff this does, what it offers in this video, and you can check out the rest for yourself. I'm not massively big on the Analogue 3D, and some of the quality of life changes or some of the quality of life improvements that this offers, you can't really do with the Analogue 3D OS, because let's face it, the core on the Analogue 3D is excellent. When I'm playing it, it feels good. There's no issues, but the Analogue OS itself isn't that good. I'm always getting disconnects with the 8-bit Dowdle controller. Sometimes it's just buggy, laggy. It's not the greatest, and hopefully there will be some updates where improvements will come. But yeah, the actual OS itself isn't exactly that great. Now, if we look down here, what can it do? Actually, before we do that, that just looks really good. I love like the artwork here. Very nice style, just looks really clean, really nice. So what can it do for those who missed it, or for those who missed the first post? I'm one of those guys, I missed it. This is the first time I heard of it. This tool is designed to take the headache out of organizing your SD card. You can definitely do stuff manually, but the UI makes it much faster. Okay, so without going over everything in there, it's got label management, it's got controller, pack and save management, it's got per game settings, backups. Okay, this is really interesting. Offline, this is a progressive web app. You can download it from Chrome and run it offline if that happens to be helpful for you. So if that's helpful for you, yeah, download it offline. So if you're happy managing your SD card manually, you don't need this. But if you've got a big collection, want to back things up properly, or just want a nicer interface for tweaking per game settings, hopefully it's useful. Anyway, still very much a work in progress. If you run into issues or have ideas, the open source version of the project is still open. That's on GitHub, the link's here. And thanks to everyone who gave feedback for the first version. So I want to say, guys, the link that I will leave in the description is this link here to the blog post, and all the following links are within this post, so definitely check this out. So what we're going to do, I mean, it looks really nice. Look at this over here. You've got different options, you've got the carts there, etc. So bear with me, guys, let's have a look at this in real time all together. So before we do, you can have a look at the GitHub of the project. It's up there. You can contribute, you can make suggestions, leave feedback, or report any bugs, and I suggest you guys do. Person's put a lot of work into this. In fact, what is their GitHub username up there? Okay, so the Legate's done a lot of work, or contributed a lot of work to this. So absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for what you are doing, because I remember with the Analogue Pocket, there was always really cool stuff happening, and with the Analogue 3D, I hope we do get a bunch of cool stuff, even though the lack of open FPGA will definitely be some restrictions, but I do hope we do see some calls in the future. So Analogue 3D Manager site. Okay, here we are. So you've got a couple of ways of doing it. Connect your SD card. Choose connection method. Analogue 3D direct USB Type-C connection. Nope, not that way. Or you can continue without an SD card, but this is the one that I'm doing here. SD card reader, external card reader. That's what I've got connected to my PC, my Analogue 3D's SD card. So let's go over here. Okay, insert your Analogue 3D's SD card into your card reader, into your card reader. Click the button below, open the folder picker. Cool. Select the SD card's root folder. Okay, so let's do that now. Root folder over here. There you go. There's my Analogue 3D card there. Right, okay. So now let's pick that. Okay, and it's going to ask us, allow this site to edit files. Well, why not? Okay, so here we go. A little bit of disclaimer here. So your label settings and saves are stored in this browser only. This data is not backed up to the cloud and can be lost if you clear your browser data or switch to a different browser. Right, okay, so export backups regularly. Go to settings, export bundle to save backup file to your computer, sync to your SD card, labels synced to your SD card, serve as a backup you can re-import later. And don't clear browser data. Clearing cookies or site data will delete everything stored here. Okay, so I understand. Let's go ahead. Okay, so import own data from SD card. Let's have a look at this. So if we go here, right, so I've only tried 2 games on here, actual cartridges. I've tried F-Zero that we can see here. The other one is GoldenEye. And those unknown cartridges there, I've only really tried 2. One's an EverDrive X7 and one's a Summer Cart. So I don't know why we've got multiples there. Maybe I can go in and delete them at one point, right? Okay, so Mark 6 as owned. Cool, let's do that. Okay, import complete. Okay, so this is interesting over here. Import labels DB file. Import a labels DB file from your computer. Great for restoring a backup or using community artwork collection like Retro Game Corps. You know what? Let's try the Retro Game Corps one. Okay, so over here, Analogue 3D images. These are stock image labels sent to Analogue 3D reviewers. Place the label.b file in your Analogue 3D SD card in the following directory: root, library, N64, and images. Okay, images should now appear on your cartridge as you insert them. So that's really cool. If you've got a big collection, you can add this on there. As soon as you put in a cartridge, you are gonna get a beautiful image, right? Okay, so let's go over to images. GitHub, I always find it confusing, but anyway, let's go over to labels over here. Let's go over here and let's go to download. Here we go. So let's open my downloads folder here. So that's that file over here. So we needed to add this to, well, I'll go to the SD card. So let's copy this and I'm going to go to the Analogue 3D SD card. And it was library, wasn't it? Library, N64 and images. So if I put these in here, and that's kind of it. So, okay, cool. Let's leave this folder. Let me leave it half here at the moment. And let's go back over here, right? So over here, you can choose a file as well, right? So if I go to choose file, it's going to say, look, we can drag and drop that file there that we just downloaded. So look, okay, so let's do that now. Let's drag and drop the file we just downloaded right here. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look sweet, guys? Absolutely superb. We've got every single label for pretty much every retail Nintendo 64 game out there, just looking really, really cool. And you can flick through them. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm not going to dive deeper into this app, but if you do want to install it offline, here you go. Install, add to your home screen for quick access and offline support. So there you go. You can install that. I'm not going to install that right now. That's cool. I'm quite happy with it the way it is. And we can keep flicking through there. 19 pages of games, and it's got all the labels. They're looking nice. So now, if you insert a cartridge into your Analogue 3D, it's gonna get the label and everything for you straight away. Love all this stuff that the community do, making life easier for us. Absolutely fantastic. So before I go, because I'm not gonna go deep into this, let's go owned. What's it got for owned? Okay, so the owned cartridges it's got for me are the 2 that I added in there. So F-Zero, and we can see it's got the label on there, and GoldenEye. That's the only 2 cartridges I've put in there. I've only got, like, the other cartridges I've got is Zelda Ocarina of Time, FIFA 99, and Mario Kart 64. That's the only legit cartridges I own. Then 2 flash cards, but I'm going to give one to my friend because my friend is freaking awesome. So let's have a look what else is in here, right? I'm not going to mess around with too much here, but if we go into settings, so you got export bundle, import bundle, okay, import label database, look, all this stuff here, clear image cache if you just want to clear stuff, and then you've got stuff over here. One thing that I really like, because I did try this out before, if you want to reset all local data, I like what it does here. You can't just press a button by accident. Over here, it makes you type the word reset, right? So it wants to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. So that's really cool. And delete label from SD card, again, the same thing over here. Just put delete in that box, you know. There you go. We're not going to do that. So let's kind of get out of here. So guys, that's kind of it. Oh, show advanced settings as well. Right. Okay. Right, there you go. We've got advanced settings in here as well. So remember, you can connect this with your Analogue 3D via a USB Type-C cable or use the SD card. I went down the SD card route, but it's up to you how you connect it. Again, absolutely amazing. So help over here, it's got lots of help as well, which I imagine like an FAQ and just useful information. So, credits and community resources. David Leggett, Black Airplane creator. Thank you very much, dude. Retro Game Corps, love your channel, buddy. Community label artwork collections. What's that? Is that Mroach ROM database for cart title lookups, and Analogue Inc. Special thanks to the amazing community on the Reddit. Okay, the Reddit Analogue Inc. So absolutely good stuff here, guys. Again, just looking really, really good. Love what the cartridges look like. You can search stuff in here as well. What game shall I search? Ah, man, the pressure, it's too much. I can't even think of a game now. All right, let's let's do GoldenEye anyway, but here you go, you can search all your stuff there. Let's do golf, right? So there you go, we've got it down there. So really good, absolutely fantastic. So do let me know what you guys kind of think of this. Is this something you're going to try? Is this something that's going to be handy for you? How are you liking your Analogue 3D, and what do you think of the actual operating system the 3D has? I've made my thoughts on it clear. I think it needs a lot of work. It's buggy, it's glitchy, my controller keeps disconnecting. It doesn't happen in the core, so it goes to show that the core is a lot more solid than the operating system. But one thing I know with Analogue, they do put out improvements over time, and I hope to see more happening with the Analogue 3D. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe to the channel. Turning on those notifications really helps. Be freaking awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.